I'm Kit Carson, the Earl of Pizza, and I talk to the rock stars, the heroes, and the gods. And today, I have a beautiful young lady with me that I want the world to get to know just a little bit. Tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Everybody wants to sit with Kit.
I'm Kelly Quick.
Kelly Quick.
From Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham,
the ham.
There's no ham like Birmingham?
No ham like Birmingham.
Wow. How long you lived in Birmingham?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Oh my God.
Yep, but
wow.
Then at 18, I went to Troy, Alabama.
Troy. Oh, that's the Harvard of the South. I've heard of it.
In LA.
In LA.
Alabama.
That's right.
And that's where I met this guy.
That's where I met this girl.
Yeah.
In Troy, Alabama, like 1982.
Yep.
Somewhere like that.
Yep. And it was Troy State back then.
It was Troy State. It wasn't Troy's Teacher College. It had changed to Troy State. We had upgraded.
And I just can't say Troy University.
I have a hard time with that. I still call it Troy State too.
Yep.
That's where I graduated. That's what my diploma says. So
I know,
Troy
exactly.
State for me.
And I've actually Googled trying to find Troy State
oh, you can't find any?
jerseys. No, I mean I'm sure we could get some made.
Well,
but
I was gonna say we'll just have to render that.
I thought that. But I did bring you something.
Oh, you did?
I brought you some red dirt from Alabama. That's what the only thing I asked him what he wanted from Alabama, and the only thing he said was red dirt. So that is actually from Red Mountain.
Yay! Look at that.
Red Mountain Park.
From Red Mountain.
So it's full of. It's a really cool place, archaeology park. But I can't say it. I've had one drink.
How do you say that? I can't say that word.
But it's in an area where it's all riddled with mines, and they were mining and everything back in the day.
Okay.
And now it's in this park with trails, but they still have ruins of the old Hoyt. You'd love it. You'd love it. The old hoist houses
and that's outside of Birmingham.
Just right outside of Birmingham, Red Mountain. That's where Vulcan sits on Red Mountain.
Oh, Vulcan. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. So
that's right in Birmingham, basically.
You can see the iron ores.
Aha, now it's all
through
making
there.
sense. So that's what it is. That's the archaeological
Red Mountain,
significance of
pure Red Mountain dirt.
When was it a big thing? Was that in the turn of the 1900s?
Yeah, and but the mines there at Red Mountain Park, they were actually open, I think, until like the 60s.
Really?
Before they finally closed down, yeah. But it's a very cool place.
Birmingham was the steel city of the South.
Magic City, because you had all three of the components for making your steel right there in Birmingham.
Right.
So there's several different places where they still have the old, a lot of the old ruins from it. So yeah. So
did they just mine it all out, or did it just wasn't enough to make it? What?
All went to China, I guess.
All went to China. China. Hello, China.
It's cheaper to make your steel in China now. I don't know.
Sure, who knows? Yeah, no one in Alabama wanted to deal with it.
No, exactly. But if you walk in this park in your white tennis shoes, your shoes will be stained red and it does not come out.
Yeah. Well, that was a real big thing. I'm sure it still is, where you get T-shirts from different places and it's stained with whatever color of their clay dirt.
You can get the red shirts from Alabama. Yep.
Right, red shirts.
And Georgia too, I'm sure.
Everywhere.
Where you're from?
I think the first place I ever saw it was I don't know, Hawaii or somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, what color is the dirt in Hawaii?
Well, I think they have a lot of different ones. I think this was kind of a grayish black one that I think I remember, like a volcanic kind of something.
Thank you. Cool.
But I'm not real positive about that.
So the whole sit with Kit thing. So I've been sitting out here for years. I thought it was sit on Kit.
Oh, really? Well, a few people try that every night. I'm not gonna lie. I get squashed at least once a night by somebody. Sometimes it's multiple people thinking that it's fun.
Well, it's according to who it is who's trying to sit on you.
Yeah. So. Well, I guess it's part of the drinking game that I'm not aware of. You get extra points if you sit on Kit.
That's right, exactly.
Who knows?
Well, who knew when we were back in Troy State that you were going to be here and you'd be a media personality?
Listen, I'm a micro personality. I'm like a grain of sand at the beach.
You're a big fish in this little pond here.
No, not even.
Oh, look at your Facebook page you are.
But, when I started doing this, it was really about just trying to promote Key West and get people around the world to see kind of through my eyes the people that I deal with on a daily basis. And, the people that come through here and just kind of introduce the world to Key West on a different level.
I think it's super cool.
Huh?
I think it's super cool.
I appreciate that. And I never expected it to have 1 million followers.
You got 1 million followers?
No, I never expect to have 1 million followers. I think I have like 300. Who knows? I don't.
That's pretty good.
Actually,
Have you gotten sponsorship deals from it?
no, I haven't. Everything is different. Like YouTube, I think you
Alabama Red Dirt.
have to, yeah,
Go
brought
to
to you.
Birmingham, Alabama.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Alabama Red Dirt from Red Mountain.
That's what you got to do. You got to plug it.
Like YouTube is 1,000 followers or subscribers, and Facebook is like 10,000 or something. Everything has a different metric.
Oh,
and
that
who
you have
knows
to be at.
That you have to
Oh,
be at
I thought you
before
were
it
saying
gets
you were there.
monetized.
Oh.
So I have no idea. And there again, for me, it was about just trying to document here and now the people that are here and now,
Right.
and just try to honestly. Well, I said it was try to promote Key West, and it really is, and it still is, and the selfish end game is that in 20 years when I'm not here, I can go back and watch these and laugh,
Yeah.
and go, oh my God, I forgot about that person. Holy shit! Look at, what was I thinking? What were we thinking?
That'll be fun. You're right. You're right. That'll be fun.
So a lot of it's a lot of different reasons. Everybody initially goes, oh, you're not everybody, because most people know me, but people were going, oh, you're trying to become a YouTube sensation? No.
Monetize.
Not at all.
Who even knew that was a word?
Yeah.
Monetize.
Well, so I don't know if I could tell Bobby Capps' story or Monster Mitch's story, either one of those guys. It's funny at people's perception, what they think, and the reality of it all is, it's like people think that because you do this, you're a millionaire or something. It's like, it costs money. You don't make any money. You just give money away for the fun of it. But it's been
Well, you got to go, and like have butt injections and, and things like that before you actually start making money. You got to have your OnlyFans.
I heard you have to show your butthole, and that's not going to happen.
What about your OnlyFans account? Has that been, have you sit with Kit?
My only
OnlyFans?
Kit account is just only for Kit. It's still only for me. There's nobody subscribing.
Yep. One subscriber.
Just one.
That's probably for the best.
No one else. Yeah, it's definitely for the best.
Aww.
But it's fun. Like now the world gets to meet Kelly Quick.
There we go.
And we briefly mentioned this, but we were roommates in college.
Roommates.
And here again, in a time period, we were roommates from '82.
For 2 years of college.
Yeah.
My last 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years of college.
And when that wasn't done.
And that was definitely not the thing at all at that time.
And my parents did not know.
Not the thing. And oh boy.
Everything is shriveled up like a stack of dimes.
Well, you want me to sit on it?
Yes.
My hemorrhoids aren't barking.
Talking about the first thing that pops up.
Oh, whoa. Listen to him. Wow. Hey, tell them to come back later. Come back and sit down and talk to me when I don't have a pretty girl.
I don't blame you for that. But I'm kind of a
Wow.
quick man.
Wow.
I'm 71 years old. My dick is shriveled. I don't have to worry about no sex.
What you have to look forward to when you're 71, right? That you got that to look forward to when you're 71?
He always promises to do his segment, but he will just bomb me and leave, and he won't come back. And he's got a lot of stories. I wish like hell I could get him to come and talk to me. But anyway, edit all that out. But you and I were roommates back in the time when you didn't cohabitate with a single different sex.
No, I had to hide. No, it was a secret.
So we were roommates from September, and you kept saying, well, I'm going to tell my mom and dad.
Yep.
I'm going to tell my mom and dad.
Yep.
I'm going to let them know. And Thanksgiving break, you went home. And I don't think you told them
No,
then.
I don't remember. It must have been spring when they came down.
I remember exactly when it was.
You do?
Yeah. It was your birthday, which was April 11th.
Yep.
They came down for your birthday. So we lived together
With the
from
German chocolate
September to April. And my recollection, this is my story, I bartended. So I got home at like 5 in the morning. And I woke up, took a shower, and came out of the bathroom, and your mom and dad are there.
Yes.
And
I don't remember what time it was, but you did come out of the bathroom.
Early enough.
And they were...
They were perfectly okay with it. And you stressed about it for 8 or 9 months. Oh, my parents are going to kill me. They're going to kill me.
I think they were glad that they knew then that, because I was living with a guy, that I was safe.
Yeah.
Right. And everything, and that you were, the big
Little did they know she was probably less safe with me living there, but whatever.
No, it was great. right. I mean, you had to walk through my bedroom
Yeah.
to get to your bedroom.
It was a little old house. It was, well, it wasn't a little house.
No,
it was a
big
huge house.
yeah.
I mean, I could walk through your
the
bedroom.
old lady was on the other side.
Yeah, Miss Pritchard.
I think it was. Yeah, I don't even
Miss
remember.
Pritchard.
I
Wow.
don't remember.
Damn, where'd I get that
You
from?
remember being out there stealing cable with?
Oh, God.
And she came out there and we're like, oh yeah, he's the cable guy. I had nightmares about stealing cable from. I'm just a good person. I never stole cable, ever, never.
Oh, we used to do so many stupid shenanigans. You know.
I know. I miss those days. Those were fun days.
Well, like one of the things, and I don't feel bad about this so much, but I used to take potted plants from old ladies off their porch and put them in the house.
You
And when
did?
they would start dying,
You
I
take
would
them back?
I would take them back so they would revive them.
I don't remember that.
And I'd often leave them a thank you note. Thank you, your plant was wonderful. You know, I mean, so I tried hard to behave. You know.
We did. I mean,
You know.
but we were so innocent then. I mean, our big thing was stealing letters off the Piggly Wiggly sign and putting them in our dorm rooms.
God,
you know,
we-
I mean, how bad were we? I mean, that's not bad. I mean, we
Well,
were
let's
good
see.
kids. We were
stole
good kids.
we stole on this site in 1897 brass sign that weighed 1,000,000 pounds and got caught before we could even get
Was that the fraternity?
the big flag at the bank. Right there on 231. There again, I only got caught because it was so large, couldn't get it all into the back of the car. Part of it was hanging out. And then there was the phone booth. Who knew those things were made out of lead?
Y'all stole a phone booth? I didn't know about the phone
I
booth.
think it might have been Devin Pierce. I don't remember who all it was. We were having a costume party and he wanted to go as Superman. So he wanted to come in, change in the phone booth.
Because the phone booth is portable.
Well, it was back when we had phone booths and people don't even know what we're talking about right now, you know? I mean,
probably nobody even knows what a phone booth is anymore.
no, what is a phone booth? No idea.
That
None.
is so funny. Those
Yeah.
were fun times.
Those were
I
fun
wish,
times.
I mean, and we had no cameras, but I had my disc camera, my Kodak disc camera, so the pictures I have were from my Kodak disc camera.
Was that what that was?
Yes.
Because you were a photo.
Well, you did too,
I did-
but I don't know
I
where
did
yours
too.
all are. You lost yours, all
Well-
your negatives, I guess, because you took pictures. You were taking with you had the fancy camera.
Well,
you know.
yeah, real fancy. Well, I was an annual staff photographer.
Oh, there
Hello.
we go. There we go.
Unfortunately, Valerie and I had a chest of photos. I mean, a big, and that was back. We had photo albums out the wazoo.
Yeah.
All of our wedding photo albums.
Yeah,
And
everything was printed.
Hurricane Wilma came through and flooded the house, and that got.
And you didn't have the
smoked.
negatives, and
You know what? Honestly, I've saved a lot of them.
I got rid of negatives, thinking
And I
I don't
have-
need these. I got the pictures.
I have no idea what this was my thought when Hurricane Wilma was, what was it, 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
at least.
I just remember thinking, I'm going to save these because maybe one day I can print these. And I have no idea if you
Yeah.
could ever salvage them. I know a lot
Somebody
of
could.
them are ruined.
It would cost
But-
you some money, but you could. But who knows what it is? You
No
know.
idea, but I've got a big box full of negatives.
Oh, I bet there's some good pictures in
One day
there.
I will go through there.
Because nobody else ever posts pictures. So, and I
No.
know people were
No.
taking pictures, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad maybe they weren't, because I actually burned some of the pictures I had from Troy State because I thought if something
Oh,
happens to me,
man.
I really don't want anybody seeing these pictures. Because I mean, there were a few, not many. They had, they were just things that I thought,
A little inappropriate at the time. That was not at the time, but you just
It was back then.
when
it was
you run
stuff,
for
it was like-
congresswoman, you didn't want it to
maybe
get out.
so. Back then, it was stuff you could get arrested for.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Oh
it's
yeah.
all legal, I guess. I don't know what that across the street.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. So most of them was smoking weed or doing coke or something bizarre. Well,
Maybe smoking some.
most smoking
maybe
weed.
Yeah, maybe.
we didn't. Well, you didn't do
I
much of
didn't.
anything else.
No.
I was all over the map,
No.
depending on what day it was and who I was hanging out with. But whatever. Look at me. I
You know,
turned
I
up.
didn't have any money. You're the one. You're
Neither
the big,
did I.
You were.
Well, okay. I bartended and started making money. Yeah. You're right. I mean, I had to stay out of school to learn how to bartend so I could pay for college.
No, and look, look where it got you.
Yeah, right here on Duval Street.
Right here on Duval Street, having a good time.
That's a little blast into my past there, Kelly, quick.
There you go.
But that's what happens when I sit here on Duval
And
Street.
the first person I knew who sunbathed naked, I was shocked.
That I was a
Shocked.
nudist?
Well, that you showed your butt.
Oh my God.
I was shocked.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it was. Well, I
Hey.
didn't know anybody that
Hey.
did that. I was very sheltered.
Okay,
So-
tell me one story.
Well, I always loved the special dinner story.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
And, the
The special dinner with me and Jerry Shore.
Jerry Shore.
And we said we were going to make you a special dinner.
Me and Wendy, you were cooking dinner for me and Wendy,
We
a
had
special
spaghetti.
dinner. You had spaghetti
Yep.
with homemade spaghetti with
Yep.
meat sauce and everything. And we
Yeah.
went into their apartment. They lived in the apartment behind us.
Right.
And we walked in, and they had it. The table was set. It was beautiful. I mean, it was really fancy. And we looked down, and the napkins were these beautiful plush white napkins, and they were these massive Kotex. The kind that you had to wear a belt with.
Heavy flow.
And yes, heavy. I mean, massive. I don't think they sell those anymore.
But
and that was our napkin.
Well, it said on the bag, special napkins.
And it was and y'all said it's a special dinner, so we got special napkins.
Yeah.
And y'all spent your money and bought that big old packet of sanitary napkins. And we all sat and ate our spaghetti and wiped our mouths with our
Yeah.
special napkins.
Yeah.
And they worked, but that's a fun story. That was just fun.
That was a little bit ridiculous, but it was funny.
And I used to love getting on your motorcycle
Yeah.
and just riding out in the country.
Yeah, the Mongoloids.
And just just riding out.
Yeah, we would. There was a lot of great riding around that time. I loved to go riding in Troy. I mean, did you ever go with me to any of the honky tonk bars?
No, I never got to do
No?
any of that. No.
I would go to.
Tony. Tony was always out
usually,
there, I guess.
Usually I would ride my motorcycle and I'd go to these honky tonk bars and I'd buy a beer and then I wouldn't have enough money for a second beer and I'd run a tab. And then I'd go back a week or two later and pay the tab and buy another beer. And some of those honky tonks are just some of the best. Oh my God. I had a little different Troy experience than some people did, I mean, it was different.
It was a different. I mean, I love the fire tower parties that we would go to.
Yeah.
Roasting the hog and
yeah.
people hanging
The
off
fire
the
tower
fire
was
tower.
great.
And how nobody
Rappelling
died
down
out
the fire.
there. Yes, how
But
nobody
nobody
died.
ever got hurt.
No, how?
No.
Tony. You mean? It was all kinds of stuff.
What are you trying to say?
Tell those stories. You need to get Tony down here to tell those stories.
Okay. All right. Well, here's what I want to hear your version of.
All right.
Tell me the story about you and I took a class together because we were like, well, all through college, let's take one class. We took a PE together.
Which one was it? Was it the Nautilus class?
We took the canoeing class.
Canoeing, yes. It was Wendy in that one, or was it
No,
the?
it was just
okay,
you and I.
yeah, canoeing in that lagoon.
Do you remember our final trip?
Yes.
Remember that story?
And we jumped over.
We went to P River.
P River.
Yep.
Oh God. The P
And-
River.
yep.
Who goes canoeing on the P
And
River?
Kelly and I decided to hold back.
I forgot about
And
that.
of course, I think I took off all my clothes. I think you might have been topless. And we're just floating along down this lazy P River, and we hear this rustling noise and wind in the trees. No, it's not the wind. And then we realize, holy shit, there's a 6-foot waterfall we got to go over. And here we are. I don't know that I had
forgot
any
about
clothes
that,
on.
kid. Oh my
I'm trying to
gosh.
struggle to get my pants on.
In a canoe.
We ended up flipping over. I tried to hold the canoe to not whack you in the head when you came up. It dragged me under. I smacked the rock and cut my foot.
I forgot completely about that.
And
Oh
they
my
had no
gosh.
first aid kit.
Of course not. We were in the P River. I'm sure it's
I think I
as
used my
sanitary as
T-shirt.
possible.
Yeah, I think I took my
That
T-shirt
is
and
so
ripped it up and tied up
funny.
my foot.
I loved going on
Yeah.
the P River.
Yeah, that's my
I
story at
forgot
the P
about
River.
that. And the rope swing and all that
Oh,
fun
God,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that trip.
Boy, what a time that was, huh?
Yeah, good clean fun. Good clean
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Well, so living here, we get to deal with a side of spring break every March. We get to see all the kids on spring break.
Yeah.
And all the bartenders here, I don't hate to say it, most all the staff around here hates it.
Spring break?
Yeah.
Even though they make money? I mean, do
You
they
know-
make money? Maybe they don't make money.
They do on the volume, but it's that they all bitch about them being such a pain in the ass. I, on the other hand, love it. I don't care. I think it's great. I understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
I realize what they've gone through. I mean,
Yeah.
it's part of the rite of passage. You know, good for
Right,
them.
right.
You know, there's some people that go in the military and they have similar things, and that's what they do.
Right.
You know, I don't take it bad. I don't think it's, some people are just like, oh, these fucking snot-nosed kids. It's like, well, not all of them are, I mean,
Right, exactly.
some of them are, but I mean, I was poorer than a church mouse. I mean, my only one and only spring, well, I went to two. I came here and bartended. I went with Keith Cumby. Hey, Keith Cumby. And we slept in his freaking car in the hotel parking lot. And we moved the next night to another one, and that was the extent of it. His mom and dad's house one night, a parking lot the next night, another parking lot. And I think we lived off of free cigarettes and cheap beer.
Exactly. You didn't need it. You didn't need anything else.
Boy, it was something else, but it was a good time.
Well, I couldn't afford it to come to Key West.
But anyway, so what are you doing in Key West?
Well,
What are
we
you
just
doing here?
came down for Labor Day.
Just came down for Labor Day.
Lucky at home. He's got a
Right
couple. Yeah, he's 3 now.
Wow.
Just turned 3, and so left him at home and fended for himself.
Yeah,
3 years
just-
old, got a doggy door.
There you go.
So-
Just go in and out.
That's
You can
right.
handle it, buddy. All the food on the floor.
Oh, he's got very good babysitters.
Yeah.
And I just was like, we
Well-
talked about going to Sedona or somewhere, and then it was like the flights were crap, and everything was like, let's just go to Key West.
Well,
I haven't been here since your 60th birthday,
Well, that's been like,
2.5 years ago.
yeah.
So I hadn't been
Wow.
down here, and I was like,
Wow.
let's go. So, and it's,
Damn right.
we got a good deal. We're staying at the Pier House.
Yeah, nice.
Got a nice package,
Nice.
and yep.
That's awesome. So how long are you here for?
Until Monday lunchtime.
You leave on Labor.
So we're gonna be around all weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day. All right.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So you keep
yeah.
filming all night?
No, I film till 9.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm usually on the line after that.
Yeah.
And
Eating-
tomorrow
eating
is
pizza?
Valerie's birthday, but
Cool.
I'm not sure what the plans were for that. But
She has a house. She has a houseboat now.
Huh?
She has a houseboat now.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll have to do that with her. That should be a Saturday thing.
She's just got her a big old. She got rid of her little boat, or she
Nope.
still has a little boat too.
That's how she gets to the houseboat.
She loves her. She loves her boats. Aw, good
Yep.
for her.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sweet little deal.
I'll send
I
her
told her, I
text.
said, rock it as long as you can. Either the world will change and they'll take it away, or you'll get to a point that you can't do it. Do it as long as you
Who
can.
knows what's going to happen here in a few months?
no
Nobody knows.
clue.
That's exactly why I came down here now.
No,
'Cause I'm like,
no
I don't know what's
clue.
going to happen here.
Yeah,
in a few
absolutely.
months.
Just jam on.
Yes, right.
Enjoy it. So
Exactly. So we'll be around.
here we are.
We'll be around.
Well,
I'll come and have coffee with you.
boys and girls, you met my roommate from college, Kelly Quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
Troy State
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, all of the Trojans.
Come sit on Kit.
Yeah. Hey, and this week's a big game, isn't it?
Yes, and new coach.
Oh boy.
Saban, but Saban's still around.
Is he?
Well, he has an office there at the stadium. And I don't know what his title is. He's like some kind of consultant now. I mean, he's still there, and they still because they
Who
have
did
that big
Alabama
house.
hire as a new coach?
DeBoer?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yep. So they're
And-
playing like Western Kentucky, I think,
Right?
Saturday night.
And what about Troy?
I don't know. What about Troy?
Troy's playing somebody big this week too.
Oh, their first game?
They're playing, I think, Nevada State.
Oh, nice.
You know-
Well, they won that. Troy State won a national championship when we were there.
Yeah, we did with
For
Larry
their
Blankenship,
division. Yep.
the longest tenured coach at the time.
Yep, that was fun.
It was a good time.
That was a very good time.
We were also, I think we won a championship in golf while we were there.
Yes.
You know-
Ben Bates, all those guys.
Yeah, those guys. What a crew that was. That's
Yeah.
that's a story for a whole nother day. Those boys. Woo, living over on Smith Street.
That's right.
Wow. We could talk about that for days. But we'll end here. And before I end and I let Kelly run away, I've got to ask you my pizza question of the day.
Okay.
If you were a pizza, what kind of pizza would you be?
I would be a pineapple and artichoke pizza.
Wow.
I know.
Now, I've not heard that one.
No?
Not pineapple artichoke.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my
It's
God.
so good.
Wow. Okay,
It's
we're
delicious. And I might have some.
not. Wow. Well, you're here for a few days.
I know.
So-
I have the feeling. I have the feeling I'm going to be eating
We
some
will.
pizza.
we will make her one. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. On behalf of myself, the crew, Tim, producer Tim, and all of the staff, thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Bye.